Hi everyone, my name is Caroline. I'm one of the instructors here at Yoganisa Spirit and Wellness, and today I'm going to take you through a guided meditation focusing on the breath just at the beginning of our practice, and then we'll move into kind of a slow vinyasa style practice. So just getting started on your mat, we're going to start in a cross-legged seated position. So getting comfortable, grounding yourself into your space, and just starting to notice the breath. I'll meet you there in 1 second. Starting to deepen your inhales and your exhales. Starting to let go of any thoughts that may linger in your mind from the day. Slowly bringing attention towards the body. With every inhale, growing long through the spine, filling up your lungs with that inhale, all the way to the crown of the head. And when you're at the top, starting to slowly and passively exhale that air out. Inhaling through the nose, filling up the lungs to the top, and exhale, sigh out. Noticing the body, noticing any areas of tension as you breathe in and out. And with every exhale, letting those areas soften. Inhale to bring energy into the body. And exhale, softening any areas of tension. We often carry tension in our shoulders, in our trap muscles, and just bringing some softening into the body. And just breathing with me over a few cycles of breaths. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale. Let it all out. Assuming your natural breath here. And finding a rhythm in your body. Setting an intention for our practice today, whether that be gratitude, whether that be confidence. Just remembering this intention as you move throughout this practice today. Bringing hands to heart center, bowing chin to the tips of your fingers. Deep inhale together through the nose, all the way to the top. And exhale, sigh it out. Opening the eyes with a couple blinks. And inhale, reaching left fingertips towards the right knee. We're gonna reach right fingertips behind the back, gazing over the right shoulder, relaxing that right shoulder down. Breathing here in this seated twist. And exhale, coming back to center, switching sides, right hand on left knee, left fingertips reach back behind you. Inhale. And exhale, letting it go. Relaxing that left shoulder, gazing over top of the left shoulder. Inhale. And exhale, coming back to heart center. Spreading the legs out wide so you can feel an opening in that inner groin hamstring. We're gonna come into Sirsasana so you can bring your forearm down towards the mat. If you have a block handy, you can use this as an aid as well. If not, that's okay. You can use your forearm or even not have your forearm all the way towards the ground, but wherever you are, making sure you can feel that stretch in the inner groin, but also not overstretching it, knowing your limits and moving within it. And reaching over with the right fingertips towards that left big toe, as if you want to touch it. And trying not to crouch in, rather opening out through the chest here. So opening up at that right side body as you have that stretch and opening in the inner groin. Breathing here. And exhale. And coming back up to center and switching sides so you can move that block if you've been using a block. Any height setting. And inhale, reaching left fingertips over top towards the right big toes. And opening up that left shoulder, rolling the shoulder back. Opening up the heart towards the ceiling. Breathing oxygen into that left rib cage. And exhale back to center. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together in Baddha Konasana. You can clasp underneath both feet. You can give the knees a shake, flapping wings. Inhale and exhale, leaning forward, keeping the spine long. So this is a great groin hamstring stretch here. You can adjust the position of the feet or the heels closer or further away from the groin to either deepen or soften this stretch. One more breath here. And coming back to center. We're gonna meet in tabletop position. So shoulders stacked over wrists, hips stacked over knees. Inhale, dip the belly, dip the chest, gazing forward, bringing that chest through the upper arms. And exhale, rounding out that upper spine, separating the shoulder blades as you push into the mat with all parts of that palm. Inhale, dip the belly, dip the chest, gazing forward. And exhale, rounding out the spine. One more here. Inhale, dip the belly, dip the chest. And exhale, curling that tailbone under as you push into the mat, rounding out the upper spine. Inhale, right fingertips reach up towards the sky. And exhale, threading that arm through, back of that right shoulder touches the mat. Left fingertips reach up to the top left corner of the mat. Opening the back of that right shoulder. You can take a bind here, reaching left fingertips towards the low back or towards the right hip crease, whatever is comfortable in your body. Or you could stay with left fingertips to the top left corner. One more breath here. And exhale, side out. Planting that left palm to the side of the face. Inhale, right fingertips reach back up. And exhale, planting it back down, switching sides, left fingertips up towards the sky. And exhale, threading that left arm through, right fingertips reaching towards the top right corner of the mat. Your left shoulder is planted on the mat, feeling an opening in the back of that left shoulder, that left deltoid muscle. And again, if you took the bind on the other side, you can do so on the side, bringing back of the hand onto the low back or tucking that hand into the left hip crease. Toes can be tucked or untucked. I'm just breathing here. If you're taking the bind, rolling that right shoulder back. And on the next exhale, planting that right palm down beside the face. Inhale, left fingertips reach up towards the sky. And exhale, coming back into tabletop position. We're going to step the palms forward a couple inches, roll balls of the feet under, and lift the hips up and back into your first downward facing dog. If this is your first down dog of the day, just pedaling at those heels, opening up the hamstrings if you have tight hamstrings. This always feels really great. And just shifting the hips from side to side. Bringing some movement, some opening into the backs of those legs. And continuing to move with your breath. Breathing in and out through the nose as you open up the backs of the legs. And eventually trying to find stillness in your downward facing dog. Reaching heels towards the mat as much as you can. There can be a bend in the knees. The goal of this pose is to keep a straight, long line all the way from the crown of your head towards the tops of the sit bones. One more breath here. And inhale, rolling onto the balls of the feet, bending the knees. Step, hop, or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. And exhale, swan dive directly back down, palms to the mat. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. And exhale, planting the palms, stepping back into plank, holding this plank. So straight long line from the shoulders to the heels. Your shoulders are stacked over the wrists. We're going to slowly come down through chaturanga. So tilting a bit forward from the wrists, bending the elbows in. Elbows are tucked into the rib cage. And inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, lifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. You can pedal out the heels here again. If your hamstrings are still a bit tight, and finding stillness here. Inhale, rolling onto the balls of the feet, bending the knees, stepping your feet to the top of the mat. And inhale, sweeping the arms by the sides and up into your first Utkatasana chair pose. So trying to shift the hips back so you could see all 10 toes. If this is a lot for your shoulders, you can always bring your hands out in front of you, palms face up. This is a good variation for anybody with previous frozen shoulder or just limited movement in that shoulder joint. So breathing here, 3, 2, activating that core, curling that tailbone under, and 1, exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, and exhale back into your forward fold. You can reach for opposite elbows here. Sway the head from side to side, the hips from side to side. We're going to make it back into that Utkatasana chair pose. And with every challenging pose, always remember to return to your breath rather than holding the breath, which is what we do in a lot of core strengthening poses. Not ideal. And inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, bending into the knees, shifting the hips back as you sweep the arms up and forward. Utkatasana chair. So again, you can take any variation of chair pose that you'd like, making sure you can see all 10 toes as you shift the hips back, curl the tailbone under. And exhale, hands to heart center, bringing right elbow outside of that left knee. And we're going to start to shift weight into that left foot as we lift the right toes up. You can gently start to step it back. We're going to come, and if you lose your balance, that's okay. Coming into a twisted side angle pose. Breathing here, making sure that you're twisting from the torso, from the chest, trying to center your prayer hands to the center of your chest rather than having it out here by the armpit as much as you can. Breathing here. And on the next exhale, spinning out into warrior two on the opposite side, making any adjustments that you need. Breathing here. Relaxing the shoulders down the back, gaze is over the left fingertips. And exhale, reverse warrior, straightening out that front leg, reverse triangle. And exhale, cartwheeling the hands towards the front, stepping that left foot back and coming through your version of vinyasa, knees up or down. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths here in your down dog. Noticing how the body feels after that one half sequence. We're going to repeat on the other side. Inhale, rolling onto the balls of the feet, bending the knees, and stepping the feet forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, and exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, shifting the hips back, bending into the knees. Utkatasana chair pose, making sure you can see all 10 toes. Curling that tailbone under, and exhale, hands to heart center, bringing left elbow outside that right knee. We're sitting here in our chair twist, starting to shift weight into that right sole of the foot. Balancing there, lifting that left foot up, and slowly starting to move that left foot back. If you lose your balance, just find it again. And stepping back into your twisted lunge, making any adjustments to that back foot as needed. And deepening into that twist as you continue to breathe in and out through the nose. Prayer hands should be close to heart center, really twisting through that upper spine, the thoracic spine. And holding here for 2 and 1. Inhale, rolling out into warrior 2, relaxing the shoulders down the back. Right knee stacked over right ankle. Gaze is past the right fingertips. Breathing here in this warrior 2 on the opposite side. And exhale, reverse warrior, straightening out that front knee, reverse triangle. And cartwheeling the hands back down on the exhale, stepping that right foot back, coming through your vinyasa. Elbows to 90, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Great job, guys. Breathing here for 2 deep breaths. Noticing the heart beating in the chest. Any beads of sweat that you might have on your forehead. And while your body's doing all this work, still noticing any areas of undue tension and softening them just a bit. It's a balance of working, tensing, and softening. On the next inhale, rolling onto the balls of the feet, bending the knees, and stepping forward onto the buttocks. Coming into boat pose Navasana, so shins parallel to the mat, palms face up, rolling the shoulders back. Your back is completely straight. You're balancing on 3 points, your tailbone and your 2 sit bones. Breathing here, chest up towards the sky. And exhale, low boat, balancing on the sacrum. Coming back up, Navasana, boat pose. And exhale, low boat. And a couple more cycles of that. Inhale, low boat. And exhale, Navasana. Inhale, low boat. And exhale, Navasana. And last one. Inhale, low boat. And exhale, coming onto the mat. In Shavasana, but we're not done yet. Bringing a right knee in towards the chest. And roll out that hip in its socket just a little bit. We're going to come into a supine twist here. And bringing that right knee over towards the left side. Right fingertips reach out, gaze is over that right shoulder. Beginning to slow down the body, slow down the breath. And inhale back to center. Switching sides, bringing that left knee in towards the chest. Rolling out that left hip socket. And bringing that left knee over towards the right. Left fingertips reach out. Gaze is past the left fingertips where eyes are closed. If that's not nice for your neck, you can always look up towards the sky. Just breathing here. And inhale back to center. Placing soles of the feet onto the mat, tickling the backs of the heels with your fingers. We're gonna come through a couple of rounds of active bridge. So we're gonna add in motions with the arms. So inhale, reach up towards the sky as your fingertips also reach up towards the sky and up overhead. So that's on the inhale. And exhale, bringing the arms down as you slowly bring the hips back down. A couple rounds of that. Inhale, arms reach up, hips lift up towards the sky. And exhale, slowly lowering back down. Arms and hips. Inhale, arms reach up overhead, hips towards the ceiling. And exhale, slowly lowering, not touching the ground all the way every time you go down. Inhale. And exhale, matching this movement with your breath. We'll come through a couple more rounds. Inhale, really activating the glutes, activating the hamstrings, pointing those knees forward. Inhale. And last one here. And exhale, slowly lowering back down. Tucking the knees in towards the chest. Coming into dead bug. So feet reach up towards the sky. Arms reach up. And slowly shaking it out, bringing the blood flow kind of all over the place and stopping as the blood from the legs and the periphery move back towards the center of the body, the core. Straightening out the legs. We're going to do one last hamstring stretch here as we lift up, reaching towards the ankles, reaching towards the toes. And coming back down, reaching and interlacing fingers behind the right foot here. And letting go. And then the left foot. And letting go. Coming into your final resting pose, Shavasana. That can be any way that you want it to be. It could be normal Shavasana, legs apart, hands apart by the sides. Closing the eyes if you want to take a different variation, such as butterfly legs, or use a block, a bolster. That's all right as well. Wherever you are, tuning into the breath in the body once more, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. If you need to make readjustments in your position, please do so. And just finally letting go of control of the breath. We've been trying to maintain control throughout this entire practice, but just letting your breath assume its natural rhythm. Noticing any thoughts that may have cropped up, in your mind throughout this practice, acknowledging them, gently letting them go. Noticing your mental state and the state of your body at the end of this practice. And just thanking yourself for being able to commit to this practice, carry yourself through this practice, thanking your body for being able to carry you through these movements, thanking yourself for showing up on your mat today. Taking the next few moments of silence for your Savasana. By all means, if you want to stay in your Savasana a bit longer, please feel free to do so. But if you want to join me here at the end of this practice, starting to move the fingertips, move the toes, bringing bigger movements as you roll out the wrists, roll out the ankles, shift the head from side to side. And inhale, reaching up, arms up overhead, toes point together towards the opposite end of the room. Inhale, big stretch. And exhale, letting it go. Rolling over onto one side into a fetal position and slowly making your way back up to where we started in a cross-legged seated position facing the front of our mat. Hands can be placed on the knees, up or down, or hands can be placed at heart center. Bowing the head slightly, closing the eyes, or maintaining a soft gaze. Thank you all for joining me in this practice today. Again, thanking yourself for showing up onto your mat today, and thanking your body for being able to carry you through the movements of this practice, the movements of everyday life. And if you set your intention today, re-acknowledging and that intention and carrying that intention through the rest of the day. Namaste. Thanks everyone for joining me in this practice. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time. Bye.